Thursday, June 10th, 2021. It is 9:58 a.m. And this is the P.O.C. Seven AKM 995, 8EYJ 827, 5E GU 628, 728. I can't really see that one. See 8 BMD 540 and approaching at transit 3 GSF 726, 7M BW 934, 8 WCU 796. Eight PP 628, 5MVT 211, 8MPL 864, Omnitrans crossing path with all the rest of them, 82528 Henry 2. And that's a commercial vehicle. That's T-Cart, T-E-I-C-H-E-R-T. It is 9:59 a.m. This is Ontario Police. Group stalking, City of Ontario. Group stalking with the Ontario Police Department. Just sitting in traffic, group stalking with the fake sun that's moving. City of Ontario, we already have them. And they're also engaging. That's called audible activity under the fake sun, okay? That's P.O.C. Ontario Police Vehicle number 1876. That's a white male monitoring in traffic with the group stalkers. That's criminal facilitation. Ontario Police Vehicle 1516961. License 3MHL033, 7PME530. All right, that is, let me see. All right, 10 a.m. 6ZUM054, 8NNE200. They are assaulting and molesting with light, acting with the state that's aiming that light while they're crossing path. 31063Z1. That's concerted conduct. LOYAL2, the same vehicle yesterday, Loyal 2. The same repeat offender, U.S.PS, group stalking. Let's see. I'm sorry, I can't really see that one. City of Ontario 1469500. That's vehicle number 4174. License plate 7MEM968. Let's see. Paper plate BP63KO1 on a white SUV BMW truck. 6VHR 559, 7NNV 985. 93171R1, 7GBA 113. USPS again in a white van. $97,981Y2. Frontier Communications, not the Frontier Airlines. BPJV 860. SLLME16 7SUZ224. Take a good look at that light activity on the wall beside this van, and it moves as the van moves. That's the state's light source right over here next to the building. He's monitoring. That's the license plate I read, just showing you what is the demonic activity while they're monitoring with communication devices. That's what I just took pictures of, the impossible light activity while that third-party group stalker is in direct alignment to me, group stalking in the path. That's following on behalf of the state. That directed light, impossible light activity is a marker of a third party. While, mind you, the fake sun is over my head following me from the museum. Minions that are equally stalking. 8VDJ095, 8VEG224, 8GYU772, 6UOS001, 8F01123, 6XTY965, 8UMT706, 5YVS 599, I believe. Can't really see that one that clearly. It's black Nissan Altima. Crossing path, a Latina female. 6FHN319. And she is driving west on B Street, crossing path under the state's light source. Acting with every other third-party group stalker, wearing hard hats, loitering in relevant position at the bridal shop at Ontario Town Square, where McCarthy is, next to the library. Called loitering. They're present on behalf of the state that is monitoring. For CGL144. It's 10:06 a.m. Crossing path 6ZWS056. (8BSL405). (8AIB381). 6RXZ995. 8JKE078. I read that one yesterday. I'll read it again. 5VVV101. And no license plate on the back of that blue Chevrolet Avalanche truck. 7LJV467. 6XWK981. 5VKU905. Not the explanation for that light activity beside the truck that I just captured, because the state is aiming light in all manner of directions, which you clearly see in my pictures and videos. Flying over the Senior Center Apartments, license plate 49170J1, impossible light activity moving across 280 North Lemon Apartments as the state flies over. That is Amazon Prime. And the old lady that drives next to me on the sidewalk, I read her license plate, 39610C1. I read her license plate. She is already inside of the senior center apartment. She's in direct alignment to me. And this is why I'm letting you know Satan does not care about your age or your race or your identity. All right. These old biddies are monitoring. Opens the door, which is audibly heard across the street while I'm taking a picture of this impossible light activity next to this blue Chevrolet Avalanche truck with no license plates on it. As I take a picture, she is in direct alignment across the street at the 280 North Lemon Apartments, a facilitating venue. That's why the state is flying over me right here. That's why I had multiple shadows on the street while I'm walking right here in front of this facilitating venue. That's why she is creating audible activity at the same time the state is flying over. That's why the state has engaged in multiple acts of its impossible light activity as I sit over here beside the library on the bench at the senior center while they engage in activity creation while the state flies over their apartment buildings. That's why there's no issue with the state engaging in patrolling by plane and helicopter over a senior citizen apartment building. That's why. They're monitoring, and it's demonic activity amongst the old. They're about 35 seconds away from death, and they're headed straight to hell. They're engaged in criminal activity with the state. 5VKU 905, that's why. And the state is engaging in aiming directed light, just like I've showed you on December 23rd, for example, 2020, while I'm sitting at the seating area in front of these apartments. And the state spans across with impossible light activity as minions such as 5VKU 905 merely drive by. It's demonic activity. And it's criminal monitoring. So that is 10:10 a.m. at Third Party Facilitating Venue, Ontario OVITT Family Community Library, located at 215 East C Street in the city of Ontario. That is McCarthy Construction and CAT Construction as a means of activity creation under the state's light source, as a means of presence on behalf of the state. That is following me from the museum, remaining at the museum, and following me to the library and everywhere that I go. That's what that documentation is of. It's 10:11 a.m. and that is the P.O.C.
Was coming in and how it was authenticated and what the case is for, but I didn't hear any of that, so I'm not sure what was going on there, but my phone was beeping and there's like a weird error message on there right now, so I apologize. I can't see the caller ID, but when I go to your phone contact information, we don't have a number on file for you.
Right.
Is there a number you'd like to add as a contact number?
No, I applied as a transient. I am homeless with no address and no phone number, and that is how I applied in October of 2019. It hasn't changed.
Okay, we have to check the phone number every time we call in, so I apologize for that. How can I help you today?
Right, I'm calling because I did not receive the benefits refill on the date of schedule, which should be the 6th of the month, and I'm calling to find out. You guys don't communicate with me via email, which I did provide in lieu of not having a phone, and I just don't. I'm calling obviously to find out what happened. So. What's going on with my benefits, and I called and it's stating that I have Medi-Cal, but I do not have any CalFresh according to the pre-recorded benefits. So I'm calling to find out. So what is it?
Okay, so the CalFresh discontinued effective June 1st because we had mailed out a redetermination, a semi-annual report that was due in May, and we didn't get back. So we sent out a reminder letter in the middle of May saying you need to turn it in. I realize that we're using the office as your mailing address, but you should be checking the mail weekly. So it's there. You can go to the office and get your semi-annual report. You still can restore the case this month. The benefits are going to be prorated based on the day the semi-annual report is complete. It's not a form that can be done over the phone, unfortunately, but it is one that you can do through your See For Yourself account. So if you can upload the documents through there electronically, you have that option, but I don't see that you're linked to a See For Yourself account. That would mean using the internet. So you would need to go to the office to get your semi-annual report. You can turn it back in there. Once they receive it, they have 2 full business days to review for restoration, not counting the day it's received. So if you go in today, they have until close of business Monday to restore your case.
Okay.
As long as the SAR-7 is complete when you turn it in.
And you said I cannot do it online or I can do it online?
Well, I don't show that your case is linked to a See for Yourself account. Had the case been linked, it's sent electronically there too. The website is See for Yourself, the letter C, the number 4,
Oh,
yourself.com.
see for yourself, the website. Okay. No, I have, you mean, have I handled it online before? I haven't, no.
Yeah, and it doesn't show that it's linked. So if you linked it now, like created an online account now, it's not going to show you your semi-annual report because it doesn't show automatically the old documents. It only shows once it's linked. So to get it done the quickest, you would need to go to the office to get that Source 7 to print out. You can go to any of the offices, but they can print one up for you to turn right back into them.
Okay. So I can handle my account online, but you're saying the documentation is not going to be on the See for Yourself website? I can't access what I need on there?
Well, it doesn't show that you're linked, so...
No, I mean, if I go on and create an account. I mean...
Yes, if you go on and create an account right now, it's not going to show it because when you create the account, it only shows from the time that you create the account and ongoing. You can request it be linked sometimes or reposted. Sometimes it'll allow us to do that, but it won't automatically show you because the system doesn't work that way. So
say, for example, if you guys had not discontinued my benefits and I created an account today, would it not show as of today what my remaining benefits on my EBT card would be?
It would still show your benefits, but it wouldn't show I don't know that it's going to show you the balance on your card. It'll just show that you have active benefits. But
Okay.
it wouldn't show you any documents that we had sent previously because this one was actually mailed. The original document was sent in April. When you link the case, it only shows from that point ongoing.
Okay. And what's the name of the document that I need to turn in?
SAR 7, SAR 7.
Oh, the SAR 7. And is this an annual document that I have to do or what?
Yeah, so every 6 months for CalFresh, you have something. It's either the SAR 7 or the recertification. When you apply, let me go to the dates on here. So hold on one second. Your next report would be due in November. You get your recertification packet in October to do an interview in November. So your reporting months are May and November right now.
And what was
one or the other?
What's the date of the previous one that I did?
Your application in December of 2020.
In December of 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. December of 2020 is when I went and you guys discontinued my benefits, stating that I needed to make a phone call. It wasn't about the SAR 7.
Right. It was it may have been the recertification at that point, but you reapplied in December. So
I reapplied because you guys discontinued it, and you did not mail any documentation out to me. This is documented conduct by this office, by San Bernardino County, and it was not stated on the grounds of recertification or an SAR, and so that's why I'm asking now. You're stating this is the reason why you're stating you discontinued my benefits, aware that I'm a transient, that I do not have a phone number on record, and then you have ended it stating that you mailed something, which I used that office as my mailing address, and stating that it is because I need to do the SAR 7, which since I enrolled with San Bernardino County in 2019, I have not been subject to the 6-month semi-annual recertification. You guys have engaged in changing the allotted amount of money. You've engaged in abruptly stopping the receipt of that entitlement. And then stating another reason, which was not the SAR 7, the recertification. And that's why it's new. That's why I'm calling. Because if I expected that, which I understand what the written rules say, but I'm saying that that's not what you guys have been doing. I have not been doing the 6-month recertification or SAR 7. My benefits have been continued. And when you stopped it, which was October 1st, 2020, a very interesting time stamp, by the way, when you stopped it and I was able to access your office in December of 2020, it was stated in no written form whatsoever anything about SAR or recertification. So that's why I'm asking you what's the previous date. That reapplication was based on the fact that you guys abruptly just discontinued the entitlement. And you did so not on the grounds of any SAR or recertification. But I understand you're citing that because that is the policy, but that's not the reason that I was given. And there was no written statement or communication about the fact that you were stopping it or that I needed to do something before you stopped it. So I'm just...
If you think it's wrong, you can file an appeal, or that would be your next step, but it was discontinued because we sent the form and you didn't turn it back in. If you want, I can get a supervisor on the phone for you.
As far as my situation right now, you guys have already discontinued it. I'm without food. I'm without an ability to purchase food. And I applied, and you are fully aware of the situation. When I applied in 2019, I stated the fact that I was in the midst of litigation against the state of California that stole my property, stole everything I own. Okay? And that I did not have a place to live, that I did not have a telephone, that I had no source of income. Okay, and then you guys have engaged in actually exacerbating that very unstable situation. So talking to a supervisor after you've already stopped my benefits and you're stating it on the grounds of this recertification, which, by the way, I can't rely on your written policy because you guys have not abided by that. And so you are giving me what is the excuse on the grounds of your written policy to substantiate your stopping my benefits, which is not your... So in other words, what I'm stating is you've made it very... I don't have anything to reasonably rely on. Okay, so you reference your policy in order to substantiate what you've done. You do not abide by the policy because I have not been required to do an SAR 7 or these recertifications every 6 months. So I don't think that that's a matter of talking to your supervisor, okay? This is a prolonged pattern by this office, is what I'm saying. And so as of right now, what's the situation? The situation right now is I don't have a way to purchase any food, okay? I'm without the ability to buy any food, and it is the 10th.
It seems, Ms. Spencer, it seems that you did a SAR 7 in March of 2020. We have that where we took it and completed it. Here again, I'm not going to argue with you. If you
well, you can't argue with me because that's not true. I didn't fill out any SAR 7. Have not done that since I applied with
So is there anything else
Cynthia.
I can help you with today?
With
I'll let you
Cynthia.
know what you need to do. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I'm asking you. I don't need you to be
Take care and have
dismissive.
a great day. Oh, no, I'm done.
You are. I'm
you don't have
asking
any
you a
other
question.
question.
No, I am asking you a
What's
question.
the question?
Okay. First of
Well,
all,
what's the question?
can I have your name?
David.
David? Do you guys have an ID number that you identify yourself by, David?
Absolutely.
What is it?
It's long. Do you have something to write with?
Yes.
36 LSAM 5 Susan Cat 06.
You said Stephen Cat 06?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. So my other question is, with regard to the C4 yourself, because I'm interested in seeing how I can remedy this issue on my own where I am, okay, without having to travel to your office. So if I go online, you're saying it's not going to show the fact that you're requiring the documentation, but can I access the...
Nope, that's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
I said it's not going to show you the old doc. See, you're not listening or you're just not grasping it. It's not going to show you the old documents that were sent prior to you linking it. So if you link your case right now, it's only going to show documents that are sent from this point ongoing. You can request that old documents be posted to your account once it's created, and we can try to do that, but it won't automatically show you this R7 on there because it was sent prior to your linking request.
Okay, so...
That's what I said.
It's not a matter of my not grasping. David, thank you. I know you want to try to slide in and insult where you can. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No,
so,
absolutely not.
Okay, I don't want to go off on a tangent.
I
don't want to go off on a tangent. It's been 53 minutes, so let me get this information. I can, yes or no, access the SAR 7 form, whatever form it is that I need. I can access that online, though? Is that what you're saying?
That form is available online, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I fill it out electronically, am I able to transmit, or do I have to turn in a hard copy to the office, or how does that process go?
If you have an electronic signature already filled out, then you can complete it electronically. If not, then you would have to print it, sign it, and then upload it. You can take pictures through an app. If you have access to using an app and a camera, you can upload it that way, or you can upload it through the website.
Oh, okay.
Scan it back in.
So I can send it electronically to your office or to the.
Just remember there's a delay from the time that you upload documents until they're visible on your case. So
Okay.
it doesn't show right away. It's not considered received until it's visible on the case. So if you upload it today and we don't see it until we can't see it until Monday, Monday's day 0, and the office has 2 full business days to review.
Okay, I understand. So let's see. Alrighty, that is pretty much what I need. So you mentioned one more thing that I'm not clear about. You said sea breeze. What is that?
Sea breeze?
Yeah,
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard you say something. I know you said the See For Yourself website, and then I thought you said something that said Sea Breeze when you kept mentioning that.
No,
No?
the app has the same name, See For Yourself.
Oh, okay.
It has the same name as the website. But you have to create an account and then register with the county before you can do anything. And here again, it's not, once you register, it's not going to show you your semi-annual report,
Right.
because it was linked after it was sent.
Got it. Okay, I understand that. But I can still access the SAR form in order to fill it out and upload it to the website or whatever, however I print it out and bring a hard copy.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to show it, right, because it wasn't linked. The case wasn't linked before the document was sent. So you're not going to see it on there. You can request it be posted after we link it, but you would have to call for that or web chat and see if they can help you with that. It doesn't automatically show you the old documents.
So that's what I'm asking you. So there is no SAR7 form on the website that I could just fill out? Like, I get what you're saying.
Not on the website directly. It would have to be through your linked account, or you can search the internet. It is available just through the internet. It is available electronically that way. You just want to make sure you get the San Bernardino County one, because each county has
a different one. Okay. All right, I understand that. All right, that was my question. I can still find the form somehow. Okay. All right. That is pretty much what I needed to call for.
All right. Take care and have a great day.
You too. That's San Bernardino County. Understand that's audible activity that the state is monitoring me to, number one. And number two, that was the audio documentation of what is a pattern of the San Bernardino County's means of engaging in harassment while monitoring, okay? And doing so, what I'm referencing with David, who gave me the number 36 Larry Samuel Apple Mary 5 Samuel Charlie 06 is what I believe he stated, but I documented it on this podcast. That March 2020, I did an SAR. I have not filled out a semi-annual report document or recertification. I was forced to reapply, and I have already documented this while I was standing at the office of 1647 West Holt Boulevard, okay? Because they stopped my benefits when I was kidnapped by the Ontario Police Department. All right, and so they stopped the benefits. I was kidnapped on September 25th, 2020 from Economy N. All right, October 1st, 2020, San Bernardino County stopped filling up or providing that entitlement. Okay, and there was no written documentation as to why. So when I am released from being kidnapped, December 4th, 2020, I go to the office and find, again, because I don't have an ability to purchase food. They know this. They know that I've been kidnapped. This is why they're not refilling the card, by the way. This is all the background. This is what the entity is doing, okay? And why? Because they don't want me to have a surplus of funds on that card, which is accumulating while I'm inside of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department facilities, which is what happened last time. They kidnapped me, and the county continued to refill to provide the entitlement that I'm due. That's an entitlement that you're not able to just abruptly stop, especially for no reason. And when you're monitoring, you're engaging in P.O.C., period. You're acting on behalf of the government in a criminal manner, okay? And so you don't have any legitimacy. And so they also, what I'm stating is that they're not abiding by their own written policy. And then you are engaging in what is referring to your policy as the reasons for why you are taking certain actions. So you are acting outside of your own rules, and then you refer to your rules when you want to substantiate the actions that you've taken. And this is what I mean by there is nothing to rely upon. So he's stating that it's SAR 7 recertification. Understand this entity is monitoring. monitoring. And that was audible activity. That was literal audible activity creation by San Bernardino County, while the people of the state and the state that is in relevant position is monitoring me too, that they're going to be prosecuted for that as well. All right. The P.O.C. is continuous, and this is also the pattern of conduct. This is relevant to what is harassment and threatening conduct while the entity is monitoring my documentation, because that's what that's relevant to. That's what that is relevant to. And in December 2020, I was forced to, again, after they engaged in a groundless cease of provision of the entitlements. That's like stating go report to the police when a third-party group stalker strips your car of your license plate and your VIN number. The police are the ones that are engaged in monitoring you and engaged in group stalking and operating, acting in concert with those third parties. The police are not an option. So you're talking about go to your supervisor. You are the entity that is engaged in criminal activity. Going to the supervisor is not a result. That's a non-starter, okay? It's nothing but audible activity. All right, but I want to document this. This is San Bernardino County engaged in relevant positioning. They're monitoring in relevant position, just like I documented this morning. San Bernardino County vehicle in relevant position, monitoring me inside of a private space at Economy Inn. All right, monitoring while I'm at the office of San Bernardino County. All right, you're talking about the one that at 150 East Holt, and also the one at 1627 Holt Boulevard, West Holt Boulevard. Monitoring, documenting criminal activity. Okay, State's fake son over that building at 1647. State's fake son over 150 East Holt Boulevard. This is the ongoing documentation against what is the people. This is the state acting directly, by the way. Okay, that's P.O.C. Yeah, I'm coming out right now. It is 12:34 p.m. The precious value of documentation, what I want to bring to your attention is the lie, which is audible activity serving to criminally monitor, while the state is, and this is San Bernardino County, literally making up information, which is what the entity does, okay? When you hear David state that in March 2020, he's acting as though he's pulling up some information in front of his face, as though I completed a recertification or SAR 7, which is an absolute fabrication. And I stated that when he made the statement, but I want to be clear. Let's go back. It is a matter of record where I was in March of 2020, not just March 2020, from the date of kidnapping by Lisa Rogan and the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, where I was kidnapped and denied a trial in a fictitious prosecution, MWV 2000640, the people of the state of California versus Erica Lorraine Spencer, that fictitious case, all right? I was kidnapped on February 18, 2020, and I remained kidnapped, being transported from the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court to West Valley Detention Center to Glen Helen Rehabilitation Center on February 19th, and I remained until March 6, 2020. And then I was transferred on March 6, 2020 to West Valley Detention Center, where I remained from March 6, 2020 up until April 22nd, 2020, when I was released from kidnapping after I held up signs stating the fact that I was kidnapped by the state that is engaged in criminal monitoring, acting in concert with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, the Ontario Police Department, and the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, the San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office, the San Bernardino County Probation Department. This is where I was in March 2020. You just heard the audible activity while the entity is monitoring me, and you are listening to what is the ongoing evidence of the absence of any credibility by the entity that is monitoring. David made up he just literally made that up because it's absolutely untrue, and it is a matter of record where I was at. I was kidnapped, okay, in March of 2020. No possible way that I ever completed any recertification, which I did not, like I stated, okay. I don't have any reason to lie. I'm documenting all the ways in which the entity is engaged in criminal monitoring with communication devices, and also engaged in what is harassment and threatening conduct while they're monitoring my documentation. These are all criminal acts of obstruction of justice. That's what you heard David state, okay? That's San Bernardino County engaged in that criminal activity, stopping my benefits, and then referencing the written policy, which it has not been engaged in, routinely has not engaged in, abiding by, is the means whereby the entity is using what it has at its disposal, the entity acting via San Bernardino County, okay? Acting in concert with Mercy House. This is supposed to be a full frontal attack by the entity. Take away the hotel room, wait till I spend $100 on my grocery, on my EBT card, all right? So I don't have any money. I have to forfeit all of those groceries. I can't carry that when I leave the room, all right? And then you stop my benefits abruptly, okay? And then you're stating your policy as your reasons for that, and also making up other information. This is how the entity conducts itself. Okay, David lied, and this is precious documentation serving that. That is San Bernardino County that lied and is monitoring me. Okay, that is P.O.C.